Hey, good morning, guys. Just wanted to do a quick check-in with you guys and just kind of go over the work that you've got to do, just make sure we have it, we know what we're supposed to do, make sure we're on task and on pace. So first thing, let's just go over some of the basics. First of all, um, typically, like I said in my last instructions, I will give you new work on a Monday and it would be due by the following Sunday. But because we started midweek and because next week is spring break or the end of this week is spring break, what I did was instead of making it due like yes, today, this morning on Tuesday morning, I'll make it due this upcoming Sunday, the 12th. So if you haven't done it yet, you're good. You still have time. I'm just kind of reminding you of what you should be doing. All right. Next thing, where do I find the work? All right, it's all on Canvas, and so are the posted instructions for this as well. So I said this before, I'll stress it again. You want to click on the home button on the side when you go to Canvas, and then everything is in sequential order. So you just scroll down to the bottom, you'll find all of this. All right, now how do I turn it in? Everything's through Canvas, everything gets turned in through Canvas. There's a couple different ways to do that. So with these assignments, you can download the document as a Google Doc and type straight on it. And then you can share that Google Doc with me, or you can upload a copy of it to Canvas. Either one works. If you would rather print out the paper and then write it out by hand, cool with that too. Just do me a favor, take pictures of your work and then upload it. Make sure the pictures are legible enough for me to be able to read what you've written. But either one of those is acceptable. Do not feel like you have to do anything crazy or special here. I just need to see what you've done and make sure you comprehend the material. All right, and then grading. Um, I want to stress this to you. With new instruction, we are now being told that we are to provide you feedback, we're to assess you. So I don't know what that means in the long term for your grade, but here's what I would assume. I would assume, and this is important, that it's going to be you're going to be held accountable for it. This is particularly important if you do not have a good third quarter. If you have a strong like fourth quarter, this period right now, then that will be enough to carry you through and pass the class. Even if you did really well third quarter and you really like your high grade and you want to maintain that, then you need to keep doing the work to maintain that. I'm working on the assumption because what I was told was that we are grading and assessing you. So I will keep doing that. So if your mindset is I'm not doing it, I'm not in school, I would strongly suggest you change your mindset because the reality is you might actually, or not might, you will start seeing grades in the grade book. And I don't think you want to explain to your parents, well, I didn't do it because I didn't think I had to. I'm being as clear as I can. You have to do the work. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you about is just kind of go over the assignments really quickly to make sure you understand what they are. So we it was broken into three different topics, three different things. We're talking about the Renaissance here. All right, so the first thing we're talking about here is the road to the Renaissance. That is pretty straightforward. What we're talking about are the things that help create the Renaissance. So there's a brief video lecture, a video on the Silk Road. You have a guide for note taking. You have a video guide for that video, and then you basically answer that stuff as you go along, and then answer the summary questions on the bottom. Again, I'm stressing this to you. I said it before. I'll say it again. Your answers should be coming from what you're learning from us. All right. If you start putting in, and I know you're gonna be tempted to do this, random stuff you Googled, I'm gonna not give you credit. I need to know that you are watching the content I'm giving you. The internet is not always the right answer because probably what you're gonna do is find the first answer and it might not be right or not what we're talking about. All right. So make sure you work on that. Next thing, the art of the Renaissance. The Renaissance is famous for its artwork. It's famous for all this beautiful stuff it created. So what we're going to start to do is try to appreciate and understand why is this time period considered so important? What made it so significant? So you're going to be looking at artwork from the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. So watch the video. We break down the different time periods of Middle Ages versus Renaissance are. You need to understand the differences. What makes one more Middle Ages? What are the things that make it Middle Ages? Like the halos, it's flat, it's not very 3D. The clothing's very two-dimensional, not three-dimensional, right? That stuff. All right, versus the Renaissance, which we start seeing tremendous progress in that skills and things like that. So you're going to want to get the video lecture, watch it, take notes, and then do the comparison for your grade. All right. And the last piece is this. We tend to talk about the Renaissance as this period in history where we only really talk about the Italian Renaissance. That's where all the famous people are from. But the Northern Renaissance was as important, if not more important, and very different than what happened in Italy. So we want to understand, all right, what makes the Italian Renaissance what it is, what makes the Northern Renaissance what it is, what do they have in common, but really what makes them different? Why are they so different? What is the focus in Italy versus the focus in Northern Europe? And then, so again, you've got a video lecture, you've got some questions to answer, and you're going to upload all of that to Canvas. Now, um, as I said before, I'm going to say it again. We're trying really hard to make sure we're not overwhelming you. We recognize that things are very strange right now, and that your life may have been thrown out of whack, and it's very difficult. So we are only trying to assign about 2 to 3 hours of work for the class. That's what we're working to do as a history team, as a world history team. If you feel like it's way more than that, please let me know. But we are trying our very best to make sure we're not overwhelming you. Also, this is very important. If you feel like a teacher is doing too much, is overwhelming you, please reach out. Um, you know, if so, because if you feel that they are, they probably are, and then that can be addressed with the teacher or teachers. Because ultimately, in the end, we want your learning to continue, but we also want to make sure that you can take care of yourself and your family. That when this is all over, that you are, as in good shape as you possibly can, so that when school starts again, that you're not woefully behind, but you're also not mentally exhausted or emotionally spent because of everything that's happened. So if you have questions, feel free to reach out. Please, please, please let me know if there's a problem, whatever it happens to be. I will see if there's a solution that I can help you or provide you with on my end. All right, guys, be safe. Keep working. Again, you have until Sunday before I will start grading stuff on the 13th, that Monday. So keep working, keep turning things in. I'll talk to you later.